So we're taking a look at Varsix account. He needs mostly help with his elemental sorcerer damage. So let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to specifically be prioritizing his elemental sorcerer. So we're going to be looking at a couple of things as we normally do, but mostly just going to be looking at his talents. So let's take a look here. Elemental sorcerer, the one he wants us to take a look at, is known as animation. Animation needs some help, and let's give him a little bit of love. So he's currently 382, which is nice. Gotta love that. Crystal spawn chance doesn't really matter when you're elemental sorcerer. He's currently running 15% total damage over retriever, major reaper, and the feisty for 6%. Now it's interesting that he's not running bulwark. Is one suggestion I would suggest to help boost out that damage a little bit is to instead running bulwark, because probably has infinite star signs for this. We could take a quick look. Let's take a look at the rift. He does infinite star signs, so he definitely wants to run stone to the or not stone, bulwark. The star sign is just overall going to be better for him. Now, let's take a quick look at his sailing, see where his artifacts are. He's currently has mostly at ancient, which is fantastic. He's currently got a couple things he's looking to get ancient as well. So crystal stake is going to be a huge, massive thing for you. Super good for ancient, even better at eldritch. Same with Socrates. Absolutely want that. Never know if it's Socrates or Socrates. Either or, it's totally fine. He does have Fury Relics, so that's super good on his part. So definitely work. You want to be working towards the two bigger ones. Is with sailing, you're going to want Eldritch Stake and Socrates. Absolutely amazing. Okay, next one we want to go into is cooking. Let's take a quick looking in cooking. So far, he's looking pretty good. So that's a free ladle. It only takes 8 ladles to get Turkey Lathank. It's not too bad. He's at 5. He's at 5Q, so that should give him lots of time. Another one would be, look at this. So right here, Octoplop, it was super huge. You only need 1 ladle to level that up. Guarantee you use like maybe 10, 50 ladles, if anything. You're going to easily get 4 to 5 levels on that bad boy. Same with Onion. Onion only requires 1. To get it up to purple would only take 1, but that means you could get it way higher just by simply doing that. So that's literally easily 2 beautiful damage percent, not to mention even Turkey Lathank. This upgrades at least around just under 4% per upgrade. So those 3 things right there. So use a few ladles on Turkey, Onion, and Octoplop. Those would be huge for just overall damage percent. We're going to take a look at how's his construction looking. Overall, not too bad. Looking fine. His damage shrine, 96 out of 100. Okay, that was mostly what I was looking at, so that will definitely help him in the long scheme of things. How's his stamps looking? He's currently at a flat of 5,004. It's not too bad. He does have 1 million follower, which is huge. He could upgrade this a little bit. It's only a 901k at 0% or 3.74 mil at 0% discount required to get to 140. So that's some easy free total damage percent. Same with this, 440k Drellio, easy damage percent, base damage, heart, mana, and HP, all this is going towards. So, stamps, work on combat, easily 6k average. Or 6k total, I should say, 6k total on stamps. This will definitely help you with your damage even more. Let's take a look at his alchemy. Yo, Tomato, thank you for the 5 months, dude. So let's take a quick look. Tail time, definitely easy to level up. Farming your ES out, getting that going. You could easily get that to level 12 without even trying. Same with Krakenade, getting a nice 3D print of that. So getting your Krakenade and tail time. Leveled up vial. Easy peasy. Should be nice and simple for that. Let's take a look at the quick bubbles here. Power of Try 3. Huge damage increase. Massive damage increase. Power of Try 3. You just throw it on the note island for long enough, and you'll be able to accumulate, which is insane massive damage. Insane damage. That will give you huge amounts without even trying. So definitely level that up as soon as possible. That won't take you long to get whatsoever. Okay, that's good. Now let's take a look here. Lab, you seem to have everything connected. Fantastic. You love to see it. How's Divinity looking? 70, 75, 37, 48, 71, 75. Okay, so that's fine as well. So now that we got all that situated, let's take a look at the big stuff here. So he's running full Cheezor. He's running Goopy Rings. I don't know why he's running Goopy Rings. He's running the hats. With that, I would not run Goopy Rings. I would definitely go for Emperors. Emperor Opals. And obviously, the best staff that you can get, of course. Definitely want to get that as soon as possible. All his tools are in Void and Luster. Fantastic. Grilled cheese. Golden. I don't know why you need Golden Pie. I would suggest either running damage pots, or potentially you can run stuff like you already have Golden Kebabs. You could also run a Cold Seeker Bullet. It's up to you if you feel like crafting that much, but it is there. Let's take a look at his post office. 400, 400, 283. Mana is at 400 with 10% cooldown. So you're also missing Divinity Box. Divinity Box would be massive for you to get that up, because that's also another 15%. Or wait, is it? No, it's not. But it's extra wisdom. You want more wisdom. More wisdom is going to be ultimately more important for you. So that's a good way to get some free wisdom out of that. And then you already have the fight box, which is fine. So, I mean, all of that works out great. I mean, you could do more base stat from Myriad, but I mean, I would suggest you to get all your boxes first. How's your Obols looking? Obols need a lot of work. Obols. Want to go for main stat. Main stat. And you're going to want to run Plat Circles. Dementia Squares. Cheezor. And Troll Sparkle. The other option you could go is Drop Rate. Drop Rate, which is Pop Opals, Dice Opals, etc. So you have a choice of whether you want to go for damage or Drop Rate. So those are your two choices of what you want to do for Opals. Or Ovals, sorry. Now for the big one. Let's take a look at skills. Skills are looking fine. Okay, that's going to help you. Great. Excellent. Now it's time for the big one out of all of them. Is now we need to figure out your talents. So, all right, main stat sounds good. So let's go over, I'm just going to quickly go over all the stuff that you should book, because these are where you're going to get the most damage out. So obviously on the get-go, Gilded Sword, Sharpened Axe. I mean, you can't level those up, so that's fine. Book the Wise, Mana Booster. All of those are really good just for straight damage. Next one. On Twisted Garbs, Knowledge is Power, Power Overwhelming. You want to book those as soon as possible. If you can get the max book, you can get to 245, so you want to get those ASAP or Reno. Obviously, Individual Insight is also massive. Chopping it up easy is also super helpful. Next one, Floor is Lava, Tornado, Speedy Book, Mana is Life, because more multi-kill per tier. Paperwork, great, fantastic. More stamps equals better person. Occult Obols, this is going to stack even more with your main stat Obols, make it even bigger. Staring Statue is also a good one, especially with the V-Man, also increasing that as well. Wiz Wumbo, also fantastic. And then Meteor Shower, Lightning Barrage, Radiant Chain Bolt, all really good. Chaotic Force, you got pretty much at a perfect level there with 32. Perfect. Wormhole Emperor. Utmost Intellect needs to skyrocket. Same with Symbols of Beyond, getting that up to 240. I would probably take less points out of Meteor Shower or Lightning Barrage and put it more into Utmost Intellect. And make sure, and Symbols of Beyond. Taking more points out of these to make these two more stronger is going to be way better for you 110% of the time. Beginner class, take a guess you only have a level 300. That's fine. 40 for that. TikTok, you can put 30 points into Stonks, which will give you a bunch more talent points, star talent points for free. Crystals for Days, you could just take that off your ES completely, because you don't need Crystals for Days for ES. You don't want to run Crystal Spawn Chance on ES because it's just a waste of time. You could, Frothy Milk could go up a little bit higher. Dodgenic Damage is looking good. Mega Crit needs to get up to 100. And I mean, you got the stat overload, overaccurate crit, over health charge, and tiptoe quickness is looking fine. So overall, I would say you're on the right track for massive amounts of damage. But I would say your biggest one that you're waiting for is your Power of Tri 3. That's the one, and your golden and your stake. Once you get your stake and the power tri-3, you're gonna see huge amounts of damage. And once you start getting to that point, you start getting Tribolite and all that for the multi-kill per tier. And once you start building up big multi-kill per tier, which you can farm obols from the World 3, you're going to be able to start doing the biggest one of all that is going to be very important for damage. As you know it, I know it, we all know it. It is going to be the one and only Death Note. Now, Death Note is going to be super huge for one reason only. Massive DPS. Because if you guys don't know, it's a Rift unlock. So when you're unlocking in the Rift, what happens is there's a thing called Eclipse Skulls. Now, Eclipse Skulls at 1 billion kills per mob will give you damage percent increase. And this is not additive like a lot of the other damage percent buffs are. This is multiplicative. So right now, I have all of World 1 to World 4 at 1 billion. I get 265% total damage, which is actually 2.65 times my original damage. So it's a 2.65 times multiplier on what you already have. So that's going to take your damage and it's going to pretty much triple it. So once you do all that other stuff, then I would suggest start working on Eclipse mobs because you just need more multi-kill, get that going, more kill per kill. And at least if you can get like World 1, World 2, getting those two done, it will give you even more damage. Because because that's going to honestly be the biggest damage that you're ever going to get. How's your shrines looking? Level 19? Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. And then once you're done that, obviously the big upgrade after Chizor is Troll, then Magma. But other than that, and then, you know, better Skulls, better Splicer. And then keep on upgrading tools. And Splicers. Get that up to tier 4 Splicer. And over XP pots, I would suggest running movement speed pots. Because movement speed pots increase your AFK kills up to 200%. Not only that, they also just make it easier to farm in general with ES. So, what I have for you, Varsix, is for you to start working on, and then once you're ready, you can start statue farming. Because that will also help with the V-Man upgrade as well. So, things in sailing. You want to hard farm Eldritch Stake and Socrates for the extra all stat percent and the total damage percent from the amount of stats that you have. Using a few ladles on turkey, onions, and octoplops because you had a couple that only required 1 to upgrade. So if you drop like 100 on each one of those, that's like easily 4 to 5 levels, not even trying. Stamps working on combat, you can easily hit to a 6k total. So I would say just spend some time, especially with the new update, the new quality of life update. You can just open storage, make it easy peasy, make your life perfect. And any of those that you really need to upgrade that doesn't require a skilling resource, you could just go ahead and use your ES to farm that out. The next would be leveling up Krakenade and Tail Time because those both reward you with weapon power. Though you want to make sure to get those, especially once you get level 13 vials, that will just increase even more. Power of Tri-3. This is going to be your biggest damage spike. You only have it level 1. If you get it to level 60, you're going to see a huge increase in damage, like a super massive one. So as soon as you level that up, you're going to be juiced out. Emperor Opals and best staff for your accessories and your weapon. You're currently looking at not running those at the moment. I don't know why you're running Goopy Rings. Goopy Rings are going to be useless forever. Might as well just get those off because Bubo's the one that farms your money anyways. I would suggest using damage pots, speed pots, or cold seeker bullet instead of running your 2 XP pots and your meat pie, golden meat pie. Leveling up your divinity box for more wisdom will ultimately help you out a bit more. I mean, you could level up your Myriad crate, but I mean, it's a lot. It's a pain in the ass, but you already have Death Storage and Civil War box done, so that's pretty good on that part. I would suggest finishing off your unpredatory loot box anyways for more drop rate. The obols you want to go for are main stat plat, circles, and dementia squares, Chizor, and Troll Spark. If you don't want to go with that, you could just roll drop rate depending on where you're at. And you want to get Troll Armor, then to Magma. Keep upgrading your tools. Try to get them as high as you can. Dreadleo would be ideal. But even if you get them Luster Star Metal, that'd be even better. And you want to farm your tier 4 Splicer. And then other than that, just keep on updating your talents of the ones that I listed and the ones that I named. And then basically at that point, once you're all done, once you get enough levels, once you get enough talent points, man, you are going to be juicing out on your ES, brother. But there you go. That's what I want you to work on. That'll take you about 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I would say, and you got that done. Boom.